Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. In our last session, in the 9th chapter, Hemachud and Hemalekha, they came to a point wherein Hemachud, the disciple husband, he came to know that this reality that we are is निद्रा जागरण मध्य भागे संविद भेदांतरे तथा मध्ये संविद भेदेद्योश्च सूक्ष्म बुद्ध्या अभिलक्ष्य. The junction between the two experiences. In our scriptures, the Sandhya Vandanam is one of the most important practice. Sandhya is nothing but Sandhi. Sandhi means junction. That is how the problems with the knees is called a Sandhivan. Sandhi is the junction between the two things. So we have to first of all be extremely aware to reach that junction. First junction is Prata Sandhya. The night has just ended, the day has not yet begun, the Brahma Murta is Prata Sandhya. Then the second Sandhya is the Madhyana Sandhya. The forenoon is over, the afternoon has not yet begun, that particular junction is called Madhyana Sandhya. And the third is Sayam Sandhya. The day has concluded, but the night has not begun. That is called the Sayam Sandhya. Now these junctions you cannot change. You have to be extremely aware of these junctions. So, first of all, at a gross level, we are taught how to be aware of these junctions. Then we are told, now, enough of this gross world, now come to your subjective experiences. And in the subjective experience, we are told that the waking is over, but the deep sleep has not started. In between these two experiences, what is the truth. So, one has to remain extremely aware. There is no involvement of concentration. Be very attentive. The students who are practicing yoga, they are involved in concentration everywhere. You will start with the Trataka. Trataka is concentration on a particular point. This concentration takes us away from ourselves. What is required is, we are extremely aware of our being. So, find out various junctions between the various experiences, between the thoughts. Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, Laya vikshepayoho sandhau manastatra niramisham sa sandhi sadhito yena sa mukta natra samchaya. Laya vikshepa. Vikshepa is the thought. Om. And the second thought has not begun. Our Swamiji is to use a very rare term. And just to make it easy for us to understand, he used to use the wrong terminology. Because right things we don't remember. Wrong things we remember. So, last thought is thoughted, but the second thoughting has not begun. Now don't go into English language. See, Laya Vikshepayo Sandhau. In the Sandhi, junction between these two thoughts, Tatra Manaha Niramisham. There the mind is objectless. Objectless awareness is the truth. See friends, Therefore, madhe sandhi bhedayoscha sukshma buddhya abhilakshaya. So, make this as the laksha, the target of your awareness. Therefore, when you are chanting the mantras, it is okay. You go on chanting mechanically, Om Shiva, Om Shiva, Om Shiva, Om Shiva, is okay. But then when you go a little subtle, then Om. Om. So between these two Oms, there is mind, but there is no thought. Mind minus thought is consciousness or awareness. Consciousness or awareness polluted by the thoughts is mind. Now what sadhana will you do? But our experience is, we know only two extremes. Either the mind is multi-pointed or the mind is zero-pointed. So, when the mind is multi-pointed, we are agitated, disturbed. Every small little thing disturbs us. But when the mind is zero-pointed, we go to sleep. See? Therefore, it is necessary that we should not either go to sleep or become agitated. That thought-free, not thoughtless. Thought-free, there is a potentiality to erupt the thoughts. But the thoughts are not erupting. See, friends. Tatra abhilakshaya sukshma buddhya. By subtle understanding, remain aware of this junction. Etat padam nijam rupam yat prapyana vimuhyasi etat ajnana matrena pravrittam jagadi drusham. If one gets established in this is nijam rupam prapya. This is our essential nature. Having reached which, na vimuhyasi, O my dear disciple husband, you will not be deluded. Meaning what? All husbands are deluded. That is why they get married. Wise men never get. Etat ajnana matrena pravrittam jagadi drusham. So this whole world is deluded because not recognizing this reality that they are. Now it is said in few words, Natra rupam raso vapi na gandha sparsha shabdakam na dukkham na sukham vatu na grahyam graha kanchana sarvashrayan sarva rupam sarva vivarjitam isha sarvashwar udhata vishnu risha sada shivaha. In this manner, in the 9th chapter toward the end, the teacher has told the student, and ityukta priyaya hemachuda alakshatat padam chiram vishranti malabhya bahir vismaranam yayau. In this manner, when the student has intensely, sincerely caught what is said by the teacher, he attained atyanta chiram vishranti malabhya. He became absolutely at peace with himself. And bahihi vismaranam yayau, the whole outer world became null and void for him. Up to here we have seen in our last talk. Now we begin the 10th chapter. This Tripura Rahasya will take away all your supports. The highest illusion is the illusion of realization. The highest illusion is the illusion of wisdom. This is exactly what happens to the student. Atha apashyat hemaleka priyam prapta parasthitim na chalayat parapadattataha sopi muhurtataha prabuddha unmilya netre su apashyat sat priyam jagat bhuyastat padam vishrantim ihamano ativegataha netre nimilayad yavat abravit tavatesa priyam haste samadaya sudha sundara bhashani नाथगिप्ते व्यवसितं ब्रूहि नेत्र निमीलनात् उन्मीलनात् वा किं स्यात् ते लाभालाभौ समीरय. When the husband was thus in his own peace and closed his eyes, and because he was nearly established in the truth, not fully. If he is fully established, he will never close his eyes. See, friends. So, therefore, Prabuddha Unmilya Netri Saha Apashat Priyam Jagat. And then from that deep experience of one's being, he slowly opened his eyes and he saw his beautiful wife and the whole world around him. After that, Bhuyaha Tat Pada Vishrantim Ihamano Ativegataha. And as if he was overpowered by that experience, and therefore again he closed his eyes, and again as if he has gone back to where from he had come. Netre nimilayad yavat abravittavadevasa. The moment he closed his eyes, that time his wife Hemalekha said to him, Priyam haste samadaya sudha sundara bhashine. She just touched him, moved him little bit to disturb him, and she said, Natha kim te vivasitam bruhi netra nimilanat unmilanat va kim syat te labhalabho samiraya. My dear husband, what are you getting by closing the eyes? And what you lose if you open the eyes? See? One of the most important things. Only Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Such people, little bit of disturbance here and there are enough to upset themselves and upset the whole world. We want peace, peace, peace. See, friends. Therefore I told you, here the teacher is not a mechanical one. Like in yoga, they do the meditation. Ghanti baja meditation. They'll be, now we start meditation. I'll ring the bell, sit properly and do meditation. And how long, sir? Again I'll ring the bell. So when the second bell goes, your meditation is over. So with the first bell, they get into meditation. What is meditation? When the second bell is going to ring. Tang, 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 tang. Meditation. Meditation में मजा आया. Is it ice cream or what? For us, meditation becomes a bhog. And therefore, I enjoyed my meditation. Yesterday's meditation was better. Today's was little dull. Friends, meditation never begins, never ends. It is never done. It is not an action. See, friends, meditation is the means, meditation is the goal, meditation is the experience, meditation is the truth. Like we are in our temporary ashram. When we were walking the steps, we were walking inside the ashram. When we have taken our shoes out, we have kept the shoes inside the ashram. When we entered and sat in the chair, we are sitting inside the ashram. So, walking, talking, sitting, keeping the things here, everything is inside the ashram, then nothing is outside. So, when the steps were used, they became a path. When we sat here, this became a destination. So, path and destination, both are under the same roof. Exactly the same way. Meditation, the path, meditation, the goal, meditation, the experience. Instead of recognizing this, here the student kept his eyes closed and therefore she said, Nata kimte vivasitam. Tum kya kar rahe ho? What are you doing? Please tell me, netra nimilanat, by closing your eyes, labha labho, what are you getting and what do you lose if you open your eyes? See, friends, it is so simple. When the eyes are closed, we don't gain anything. When the eyes are open, we don't lose anything. The other way around, when we open our eyes, we don't get rich by looking at the worldly names and forms. And when we close our eyes, no colors and forms are seen. Therefore, we do not lose anything. When we remain aware of this experience, it doesn't matter. This is what Bhagwan Shankara says, Yoga rato va, bhoga rato va, sanga rato va, sangavi. See, friends, therefore, unmilanadva kim syatte labha labho samiraya. Tell me what are you getting or you are not getting because you close or open your eyes. Unmilya na prapyate kim nimilya prapyate chikim. When you open your eyes, you lose something. Oh, God has gone. The moment I open the eyes, God has gone. When I close the eyes, God has come. See how brutally she is destroying his experience. And for us, we are told, meditation in progress. Keep quiet. Don't create disturbances outside. We are inside already disturbed. Therefore, friends, this path of knowledge is not for any Tom, Dick and Harry. It is not for everyone. Only those who can have the courage to reject everything, although be in the midst of everything. You don't have to go to Himalayas and create an ashram there. Remain where you are and be happy. That's it. Therefore, unmilyana prapyate kim. When you open your eyes, do you lose something? And nimilya prapyate kim chakim. And when you close your eyes, you get something. Tanme bruhi priyatama shrotam ichchami te sthitim. Oh my dear husband, kindly tell me your experience I want to learn. What is that? Evam prushtastaya praha madamatta ivalasaha anichannapi vaktum tamalasya bharamandhara. So, when she spoke to him, Hemalika spoke to Hemachur, and then as if he was madamasta, as if he was intoxicated by that experience, and with the heavy eyes, he just opened his eyes, anichannapi. He didn't want to. But anyway, the wife spoke. Who can dare keep quiet before wife when she asked a question? Even if you are on the seat of meditation. Suppose the husband is sitting for meditation. And the wife says, Khana khaoge kya? It is a bombardment. Yes, again go to meditation. Otherwise there will be frustration. So, anichannapi vaktum. He didn't want to talk yet. Tam alasya bharamantaraha. So, as if overpowered by this heaviness, and therefore, in that mode, he said, Priye, Vishrantim atyanta praptavan asmi vaichiran, na bahye dukkha bhuyishte, vishramosti kvachinmana. My dear wife, Atyantam Vishrantim Praptavan Asmi Vaichirat. After many years, I have attained absolute peace within. Na bahye dukkha bhuyishte vishramosti. Outside the world, full of miseries. There is no peace there. All the peace is inside. Be attentive till such time the notion of in and out is valid, we are far away from the truth. In and out is a notion created by mind with reference to the body identification. We are inside the hall. Our car is outside the hall. Inside and outside is with reference to the walls of this hall. The moment you dismantle the wall, there is no inside, there is no outside. Because this seeker is still holding on to the body and his experience is absence of misery is called as happiness. This is the illusion of happiness. That is not happiness. See? Second chapter, Bhagavan says, Dukkheshu anudvigna mana, Sukheshu vigata spruha. Both the things. Miseries don't disturb and comforts don't enslave us. Two things. Then alone we have transcended this relative world. Therefore, anichannapi vaktum tam alasya varamantara priye Vishranti matyanta praptamanasmi vaikira the bahye dukkha bhuishte vishramosti kvachid mama. I don't feel any peace in the outer world. I want to be all the time inside. Why we should be afraid? See, friends. Close the eyes. Don't look at the world. This is required. But whole life the same thing. Sometime we have to decide. Now KG1 class is over. Now we have to go into the high school. We have to go in the college. We have to go into the post-graduation. But don't do PhD. All PhD fellows are useless. See, friends. Therefore, Bahye dukkha bhuishte, external world full of extreme miseries, na vishramosti, there is no peace at all. Alam, rujisha, romantha, praya vyavahrutaya bhayehi, daurbhagyambho, nadeyavan, vidam swatma, samat sukham. So, he continues further and says, Alam, rujisha, Roma Mantha Praya. When you take the what do you call sugar cane piece and bite it, take away the whole juice and whatever is left in the mouth. We being Indian, we spread it on the public place. So, exactly the same way. Once you have tasted the bliss, who will look at this dirty world? See, friends, second chapter Bhagavan Krishna says that rasavarjam rasopyasya param drushta nivartate vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehina. Rasavarjam, if you are insisting, I won't get involved in the world, yes, you will not get involved in the world. But the interest and the value that we have given to the world, it will remain intact. See? Then rasavarjam, rasa will remain in our heart for the worldly things and beings. And rasaha apiyasya param drushta nivartate. But when we abide in our divine self, then no more attraction for the worldly things and being ever remain in our mind at all. Therefore, daurbhagyandho nadhi yavan vidam swatma sat sukham. But these miserable, unfortunate people, they have not discovered their blissful self and therefore they are running in this world. Yatha कचित अटल भिक्षा निधानम स्वम न वेदवै तथा हम स्वसुखाम बोधिम अविदित्वा पुनः पुनः. Just like a person who doesn't know the wealth that he has, and therefore he was begging from one place to another place, in the same manner, swasukha ambodhim aviditva, not recognizing one's blissful ocean of being, we were running in the worldly objects with 5 begging bowls. First begging bowl is the ears. We want to hear our glory, and we are not satisfied only with that. We want to hear also the bad things about others. That is more tasty. First begging bowl, Shabda. Second is Sparsha. We want comfortable touches. Not very cold, not very hot, not very soft, not very hard. Second begging bowl. Then third begging bowl, our eyes. I want to see beautiful. So much dirt everywhere. Third begging bowl. Fourth begging bowl is our rasana. Unless I get a particular type of food, I am not happy. And then the gandha, the fifth begging bowl is our granendriya, our nose. A particular smell I like. So we go on spreading all those perfumes. You know something about perfumes? A person who puts the perfume on himself or herself is never able to experience that. It is the other people who experience. So for the sake of the others, they go on spraying that beg on spray. So, Kachit Atal Bhiksha Nidhanam Swamna Vedavai, not knowing their blissful self, they are running in this world with a begging bowl. Tatham Swasukham Bodhim Aviditva. In the same manner, not knowing my own blissful self, Punah Punaha, again and again, I was running in these worldly things for getting the things so that I could be happy. Sukham Vaishikam Sreshtam, Dukkha Sandhabhim Samplutam, Vidyut Vilayanam Matva Sthiram Tatparata Vashat. Now continuing further, he says that this Vaishikam Sukham Sreshtam, we imagine that the joy gained through indulgence and interaction with the worldly objects is real. It is not real. See, friends, suppose you like any one particular thing. You like, suppose, jalebi. So first jalebi, for our understanding, will give some unit. One jalebi gives you 1 unit of happiness. Eat second jalebi, second unit of happiness. Third jalebi, 3 units of happiness. Nth jalebi, n units of happiness. If n goes to infinite, it leads to misery. See, friends, only up to a particular level you will enjoy. After that, it is disgusting because happiness doesn't come from outside. This is one simple observation. See, Vedanta means learning from one's experiences. Now, when we want something, that want creates agitations and disturbances in the mind. A disturbed mind is misery. When our desire is fulfilled, the disturbances on account of that desire is quietened. When the disturbance is quietened, there is peace, and that is happiness. And we mistake. When I did not have that object, I was miserable. When I have that object, I am happy. Therefore, happiness comes from the object. This wrong calculation needs to be corrected. The real happiness is when you are at peace with yourself. Atmannev atmana tushtaha. Therefore, sukham vaishikam sreshtam dukkha sanghabhi samplutam. And it is associated with many, many miseries, not one. And vidyut vilenam matva. And it is so temporary, so chanchala. It comes and goes. In Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter, the three types of happinesses are told. They are at the level of the Prakriti. One happiness which we are all expert is tamoguni happiness. Nidra alasya pramadottam tat sukham tamasam srodha. Nidra alasya pramad. Because of these three things we get happiness, it is tamasic. Rajasic sukham is Vishayendriya Sanyogad Yattat Agre Amrutopamam Pariname Visham Eva Tat Sukham Rajasam Srutam. When we indulge mirch masala, aha, we enjoy, and afterwards we suffer. And the third sukham is sattvic sukham. Abhyasat ramate yatra dukkhantam cha negacchati. Anything you repeatedly do, and if you are not able to repeat it again, the repetition gives you addiction. Even one gets addicted to goodness. One lady asked me this question. Swamiji, I have been doing sadhana for so many years. Please tell me any special instruction for me. I said, I'll tell you, but you don't listen. The whole problem is this. No, but you should tell me something which I will listen. Look here. You cannot teach ladies. I am concluded about this. No, Swamiji, I don't know. Say, please tell me something. I said, okay. From tomorrow onwards, don't come for satsang. Swamiji, what is this? Addiction. As one is addicted to smoking, drinking, this also becomes addiction. Work on the mind. If you are doing the japa, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, 2 days no japa, and watch your mind. If you are observing Ekadashi, on Ekadashi take food, knowing well, today is Ekadashi and I am eating food. Watch your mind. See, friends, then we are really meaning spiritual practice. Otherwise, we get only addicted to that. Mechanically goes on and on and on. See, friends, you go to all the ashrams, the same story. Talking ill about each other. Khane ko kya hai? You go to Haridwar, Rishikesh. There are all the sannyasis, they have got only one theme. Bhandare mein kya mila? Last time they have given jalebi. This time again they are giving jalebi. They should give laddu. बहुत दिनों से नहीं खाए. Where is Brahman? Where is laddu? Brahman का लड्डू बना दिया. See, friends. Therefore, let us not get addicted. So, dukkha sangha vi samplutam vidyut vilenam matva sthiram tat parata vashat. And we get totally involved and become dependent on that. Dukkaihi abhihataha nunam vishramtim natu labdhavan. Aho jana dukkha sukha viveka jnana varjitaha. And they are all the time seeking happiness and getting miseries. But look at this world. They have never attained peace within. Natu labdhavan vishramtim. Oh, look at this world. Jana dukkha sukha viveka jnana varjitaha. They are not able to understand what is happiness, what is misery. Now be attentive. If he was abiding in his essential self, why will he talk about the world? See? There is one doctor, very exceptionally different type. Very unassuming and extraordinary. It is very strict. No phone, no mobile, no sleep. From this time to this time, only she will come and do the job. And 100% guaranteed results. but leading such a simple life, nobody can even believe she is such a genius. So somebody told, doctor, why not we go online? We could put more board, this thing, that. He said, look after your health, don't look after the world. A spiritual seeker's attention is on the self, not on the world. This is what happens with most of the Satsangis. Satsangis are all the time talking bad about the worldly people. In their house, nobody goes for Satsang. One girl recently made me, I said, hey, what happened to your marriage? Swamiji, I wanted a spiritual type of boy. I said, then get married to a sannyasi, totally spiritual. Useless. I said, who told you are spiritual? Because we go for satsang, we are spiritual. Because here is a very comfortable, cool atmosphere. And without payment, you get here free, comfortable 1.5 hour sitting. Is this satsanga? Is this spirituality? But we start imagining, I want a spiritual person. See? There was one girl and her, a South Indian. And her parents told me, Swamiji, she doesn't listen to anybody, she listens to you, please tell her. So what I had to tell? Such a good boy. But she says, I want only spiritual one. I said, okay. I talked to her. I said, how can you say that somebody is spiritual or not? He never goes for satsang, he doesn't know Gita, he doesn't know Guru Stotram, he doesn't do meditation, he doesn't chant mantra. I said, what you do it. Therefore, you are spiritual and he is not spiritual. When a spiritual person thinks others are not spiritual, his spirituality is zero level. This is how that Aryabhatta discovered zero. Do you know how it was discovered? There is nothing like non-spiritual in this world. Everything is the truth alone. Hold on to this. Therefore, when he says, Aho jana dukkha sukha viveka jnana varjita, look at this world. They even don't know what is the reality, what is joy, what is sukhathino dukkha sangam sanchinvanti mudha sada tadalam dukkha bhogena swayam swayatna saditena vai. Continuing further, he says that although people are sukhathinaha, seeking happiness, dukkha sangam sanchinvati, but they are seeking happiness in the miserable world. Mudha, they are fools indeed. Tat anam dukkha bhogena. Enough of this miseries for me. I don't want these worldly miseries again. Swayatnat saditena vai priye kripa mayi kuru prathayame krutanjali vishrantim abhivanchami kiram swasmin sukhatmani. Therefore, O my dear wife, please don't pull me out in this world. Don't disturb me. Let me remain in meditation. Meditation in progress. Take a detour, don't disturb. Friends, as much we are at peace in a quiet place, that much at peace when we can be, even on Churchgate railway station. Then we are walking the spiritual path. Therefore, Priye Krupam Mai Karu Prathayame Krutanjali. My dear wife, I really put my hands together and request you, please, please don't disturb me. Vishrantim Abhivanchami. I want Vishranti, I want peace. And this peace I am getting, Kiram Swasmin Sukhatmani. And this Atma Sukham, which is inside me, there I want to be all the time. So be attentive. When you are in deep sleep, you are inside the body or outside the body? Think. Should we say, in deep sleep I was inside the body, outside pata nahi kya hoga? That in and out delusion is the cause of the whole samsara. Therefore, aho daivata bhasi jnatvapi tvam idam padam yad vishramtim parityajya mudha dukkhaya chestase. Now the husband in him became awakened. The disciple disappeared. The husband came out. Husband surfaced. And he says, Aho, daivahata bhasi, you are so unfortunate. He actually wanted to say, you are stupid. But right now, how can he say? So, daivahata bhasi, I see you, most unfortunate one. Jnatva api tvam idam padam. Although you know this truth, although you have experienced this reality, even then, tad vishrantim parityajya. You are giving up your abidance in this reality. And further, mudha dukkhaya chestase. And you are getting involved in this world for no reason. Mudha, vyartha, unnecessarily, uncalled for. Why are you getting in this world? Ityuktasa priyam praha smayetvan manishini natatte tanna viditam padam param pavanam. When he thus said to his wife that you are unnecessarily getting involved in this world, he smiled at her. And what she said, very straight away, hitting on his head, he said, Natha, my dear husband, te tanna viditam padam parama pavanam. You have not reached anywhere near the reality. He was having this notion. Aha, oh peace it is. Like, I keep on moving here and there. People ask me the same stupid question. Swamiji, you go around the world. Which is the best place you like the best? So, I was in Ujjain, Kumbh Mela. So they are the same question. Somebody came to take my interview, and in that interview they asked this question. Which is the place you like the best in the whole world? I said, I like this place with you the best. Friends, wherever we are, that alone is the truth. You go to any beautiful place, you go to the, let us take Alaska or Finland, Norway, so beautiful. First day, aha! Second day, aha! Third day, Bombay is better. That aha experience goes away as 1 or 2 days goes. Human mind cannot remain attracted towards the same thing for a longer period of time. That is the reason why the husband and wife get bored of each other, and when they are wise, they separate. When they are otherwise, they keep hanging around each other. No man and woman as husband and wife stay together because of love. Forget about that love. They stay because of majburi. That is the truth. Jaun to jaun kaha. The rule is a known enemy is better than an unknown friend. You can handle better. See, friends. Therefore, this Nada te tanna viditam padam. We have this wrong notion about this world. The moment any thought comes in our mind, this point which I emphasize number of times. Any question, any thought, takes you away from yourself. Thoughts are always about the not self. Thoughts cannot be about the self. Like eyes can see everything other than the eyes. Eyes cannot see themselves. Mind can think only about the world, about something which is other than the mind. The moment the mind is focused on itself, the mind disappears. In the disappearance of the mind, the awareness manifests. This point which I told you earlier, work on this. Colors and forms, they cover our vision. Our vision covers our thoughts. Our thoughts cover our mind. The mind covers the consciousness. Remove one by one. Tasmatvam indriyani ado niyamya bhartarshava papanam prajayena jnana vijnana nashanam. First of all, get out of this worldly pursuit, then control your sense organs, then drop the thoughts, then drop the efforts, and then just be. This journey is from the virtual I to the actual I. This journey reaches us nowhere, and this journey begins from nowhere. If these riddles are understood, the truth is revealed. Nadate tanna viditam padam parama pavanam. You are still holding on to the peace and closing the eyes. Many people have got these notions that if you keep the mala in the hand and keep on moving, then it is sadhana. No. Do it. It will feel good about it. But that is not ultimate. Niralambataya stitva. No support. This supportless support of everything is the truth. Natate tanna vididam padam param pavanam yatra sthitana muhyanti panditaha pavanashayaha tat padam durutesti bhusta seva navastalam. Yatra sthitana muhyanti panditaha pavanashaya, having established in which the wise people are never deluded again. Pavanashaya, those who are pure in their mind, tat padam durataha te asti. For you, that place is far away. How far away? Like for a man on the earth, the sky is far away. Now see, these words look very simple, but they are very deep. The sky is far away for the man on the earth because he doesn't know that the earth is also in the sky. He is searching the sky away. And when we search the sky away, horizon happens. Horizon doesn't exist. It only appears. See, friends. Therefore, tatpadam durataha testi bhustasya iva navastalam. Like for the one who is on the earth, bhustaha iva, in the same way, tvaya kinchis viditam bhavet aviditopamam nimilyo nilyava netre tatpadam na samikshase. Tvaya kinchis viditam. You are just little bit understood. Now be attentive. Instead of directly condemning him that you are dumb, it is said, you are understood but not fully. Now be attentive. Truth can be either known or unknown. There are no halfway in between. It is something like, there was a rope and I saw it as a snake. Then I took the torch and I saw. And what is your experience? 50% of the rope is the snake, but the 50% is rope. No. Either it is a rope or it is a snake. There are no fractions in the absolute. Fractions in the absolute are only imagined. They don't exist. In Kenopanishad, similar thought comes. When the teacher says, Yadi manyase suvedeti dahramevapi nunam tvam vetha brahmano rupam yadasya tvam deveshu atano mimam samevate. He says, if you have understood, you are really not understood because you have understood the reality with reference to the sense organ, deveshu. What he has understood, that which is the eye of the eye, that which is ear of the ear, that which is mind of the mind. So he is holding on to these supports, and with reference to these supports only, he is trying to know the truth. But the truth has nothing to do with all these sense organs. It is something like, do you know Gupta ji? Yes. Verma ji ka, father-in-law. Then you have not understood Gupta ji. When you get kicks from him, then you will understand. Then you don't require Verma ji to come in between. Our all understanding about the truth is referential, with reference to something we know. See, friends, when no reference is required, like I am. What is the reference required? Because I can talk, therefore I am. Because I can hear, therefore I am. Because I get pain, therefore I am. No. Even all these references are dropped. I don't require any reference to establish my being. See, friends. Therefore, she tells that Tvaya kinchit suviditam bhavet. You have very little understood. Aviditopamam, and it is as good as you have not understood. Nimilya unmilya vanetre tat padam na samikshate. That realization that you have, that realization happens only when the eyes are closed. The moment the eyes are open, realization will disappear. Then again go back. Pakda, gaya. See, friends, on the path of devotion, initially, Bhagavad Mahapurana, this thing comes. Meditation is start there like this. They will be looking at the vigraha of the God with great, as if they are going to bounce on that poor God, looking at his eyes, and make a deep impression on the mind. And then they will be closing their eyes. And then try to see that eyes which they have seen outside inside. But when they see inside, instead of seeing God's eyes, it is some actress's eyes. Oh God, why her eyes? And then they will be looking at the toenail. But that is told. Look at the toenail intensely, and then they close. And then they see inside. They have gone to the nail spa and cleaned their nails. Don't get carried away by this. That which is not gained by closing the eyes, that which is not lost by opening the eyes. It is so simple. So, Tvaya kinchit suviditam bhavit aviditopamam nimilya unmilya vanetre tat padam na samikshate. Your realization is very funny. The moment you open your eyes, your realization disappears. It is a chewy type of realization. Akrutva vapi krutva na tallabhet karichin agatva chapi vagatva na tad asadayet padam. See, this truth is akrutva vapi va krutva. Whether you do or you do not do meditation. Further, na labhet karhichit. It is not the result of any action. That is what we tell you. Meditation is not a verb. We are not doing anything. It is being. In his commentary, in one of the Upanishad, Bhagavan Shankara says, through action, what is not, that is gained. What is far away, that is reached. What is impure, that is purified. But the truth does not fall in any one of them. Therefore, na karmana na prajaya dhane na tyage naike amritatva manashu. All the efforts put together are to be discarded totally, including meditation. Otherwise, many times we become miserable. I don't know what happened last 3 days. I was not able to do meditation. Then what do I do? Now you please tell me what I should do. Go to sleep. Relax. When you have done meditation, who is benefited? God is definitely not. And you are suffering. Why you do it? Stop it. I'll tell you one experience. Many years before, when I was chanting Gayatri Mantra, and in that chanting, we are told to chant loudly, but disciple is the one who never listens to Guru. So I said, no, I'll chant in my mind. We are told chant 11 times. No, I'll chant 108 times. अपनी औकात पहचान, no, I'll do 108 times. And then I have to do it in the mind. Immediately, the grace of Steve Jobs from the heavens showered on me. At a time, 5-6 windows will open. In one window, Gayatri. In other window, washing clothes. The third window, खाने के लिए है नहीं कुछ. Fourth window, I had to study, write the notes. So many windows simultaneously open. When many windows open simultaneously, the machine becomes very slow. And when it becomes slow, we go to sleep. ठीक है, कल करेंगे. Friends, this is not the way. Relax. Try this. Suppose you get up in the morning, 4 o'clock, very good, get up. Sometime, if God wishes, you can sit quietly, take Lord's name, and if you feel you can't, go to sleep. Don't torture yourself. नहीं कर सकते, बैठो. And झटके खाने, then झटका meditation. That is not the way. Relax. To such an extent that sleep will disappear. Don't do anything. Let the things happen. Prayatna Chaitanya. And for this, our great masters have told the path of devotion. Haricha. Sit quiet. Suppose your mind doesn't cooperate for sitting quiet, then give it some job, chant a mantra. If that is not acceptable, chant the stotra. That is not acceptable, then start reading something. That is not acceptable. Get up and remove the walls and wash them and fix them. See, yaya bhavet pumsa pravrutti pratyagatmani. Whatever will help you in becoming self-oriented, that is the spiritual practice. Not only chanting the Lord's name, not only bajao ghanti, anything. Suppose going for jogging, and while jogging you keep on chanting it, that helps you, that is your meditation. See, friends, And don't do it as a mimicry, because other is sitting, I will also sit. If he has seen the light, I will see the tube light. No. So, akrutva vapi krutva na labtal labet karhichitam agatva vapi cha gatva. Similarly, we don't have to go anywhere. Many of us have got this notion, if I go there, I will do meditation. This will never happen. See, friends, therefore don't go to any ashrams. All ashrams are asylums. All those who are discarded from their own family, they go to the ashram. And there they start their samsara again. There is one story I read about Shah Jahan, Aurangzeb's father. He was a king. He was imprisoned. And who is a king? He who has been always ordering somebody. So that addiction to order, teach, instruct cannot allow him to remain alone in that cell. So he requested his father, he is the son. Dear son, can you do one favor to me? Give me a few hundred children. I will teach them Quran and I will start a madrasa. Because he being a king, he has been always instructing. Do this, don't do this, don't do this. And when you become a teacher, you get that, jest. See, friends, do something, go here, go there. No, relax. And the relaxation is that which doesn't get enhanced because of the peace, which doesn't get disturbed because of the noise. See, remember this definition of God realization given by Bhagavan Krishna. Shita Ushna Sukhadukkeshu Jitatmanaha. All the pairs of complementary opposite, when they come and dash against our mind, the mind remains equanimous. Second thing, Manapa Manayoho Prashantasya. When honor and dishonor doesn't create a flutter in our mind. These two things are naturally happening. Paramatma Samahita. You are one with the Lord. We don't have to go here and there and create samsara there. Agatva chapi vagatva na tat asadayet padam nimilya krutva gatva va praptam purnam katham bhavet. Yava ashtakam iva midena eva pakshmano militena tu. How beautiful it is said. It is said here, your eyes, which are of the size of a sesamum seed opening, that iris. When that eyes are open, because of the small thing, that Paramatma will get covered around. And when you close your eyes, then the Paramatma is revealed. And therefore, Yasmin Brahmanda Koti Nam Kotaya Kona Samstita Ahode Maha Moha Mahatmyam Ascharyam Kim Aham Bruve Antarhitam Yadi Tada Nanu Purnam Bhavet Padam. When you are imagining that when you close your eyes, the Paramatma is inside and he is infinite, you will be burst opening into pieces. See, friends, don't have that notion of in and out. Be attentive. When the notion of in and out is nullified, you cannot concentrate. You remain aware. And when we remain aware, there are no efforts. If there are no efforts, there is no tiredness. When there are no efforts and no tiredness, there is neither success nor failure. Therefore, many students get lost in this Kundalini Chakkar. Some kind of experience is happening, something garam garam going up, and then some sounds are heard. These are all the tricks of the mind. It does happen because mind can play any case. Many times these people, they have 101 questions. Swamiji, my all chakras open by God's grace. My Kundalini is awakened. But what is the next thing to be done, we do not know. Because after having happened this thing to me, my Guru Maharaj died. I don't know to whom to ask. Therefore, I have come to ask you. So I have already killed one Guru. Now you are second in the queue. You accept me as disciple and you are gone. Guru khau. Simple rule. If you have got any question, you are away from the truth. See? Then you can find out about what we don't have question. We don't have question about our being. And when this being is recognized, it doesn't matter whether the eyes are open or eyes are closed. One day somebody asked me this question, Swamiji, some Mahatmas, when they give lecture, they close their eyes and talk. They don't open their eyes and see the audience. What is the reason? I said, maybe they are not able to see the pathetic condition of the audience because of their lecture. Therefore, they close their eyes and suffer silently. This closing and opening of the eyes have nothing to do. So, antarhitam yadi tada nanu purnam bhavet katham padam. So, if you close your eyes, how that can be infinite reality? And ahote maha moha mahatmyam ascharya kim aham bhuve. I am surprised to know the great wonder of this maha moha. See, now she is telling. He was thinking that he has realized the truth. And she is telling, you have been caught up into the height of delusion. Upanishad says, aviditam vijanatam, ajnatam avijanatam. Those who do not know, they know the truth. Those who do not know, they know the truth. Those who know, they do not know. There is not an object of knowledge. It is an experience where experiencer is not born. It is a knowledge where knower is not created. It is a joy where enjoyer doesn't exist. Therefore, ahote moha mahatmyam ascharya kim aham bhuve yasmin brahmanda koti nam kodaya koda samstita. In a corner of this infinite Brahman, the reality, millions and millions of the Brahmanda are existing. In that, Pakshmana Anguli Manasya Unmilana Tat Tirohitam, that infinite reality is disappearing the moment you open your eyes, which are so small little thing. Don't have this wrong notion. Closing eyes and opening eyes have anything to do with the reality. Remain relaxed. So what will be the practice now? Let the seeing happen, but don't look at anything. Let hearing happen, but don't listen. Like Vedanta Satsang. Hearing is happening. We are not listening. Because we repeat the same mistake again and again. So, Shrudu Rajakumara etat tattva saram vadamiyat. Yavat granthi vibhedo na tavat sukam richati. Therefore, hey Rajkumar, Shrudu, listen. I shall tell you tattva saram vadamitat. I shall tell you the essence of the truth. What is the essence? And having known which, yavat granthi vibhedo na tavat sukam richati. Unless the granthi vibheda, unless the knot is undone. See, in Upanishad it comes. Vidyate hridaya granthi chidyante sarva samshayaha kshiyante chasya karmani tasmin drushte paravare. This is the ultimate description of abidance in the truth. Three things. Vidyate hridaya granthi, second thing. Chidyante sarva samshayaha, third thing. Kshiyante chasya karmani. When these three things happen, kept when tasmin drushte paravare, and the truth is revealed in its entirety. What it is, how it is, we'll see in our next episode. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.